Mental wellness. Now, I want to know if anybody knows what mental wellness is. Anybody know what mental wellness is? Yes. Just shout it out.
It's about, like, well, at least what I take from it is almost like preventative care for
I love it.
conditions.
I love it. Preventative care. When we think about mental wellness, there is a difference between mental wellness, mental health, and mental illness. And most of the time, especially in African American communities and with people of color, we are afraid when we hear things like mental health. But one of the things I want you to know is just like you get your teeth checked, your car checked, you change your furnace, you go to the doctor, you need a mental health checkup. Okay, just checking in. And sometimes you have people in your house that you can do that with. Everybody doesn't have that, all right? And mental wellness is very important. So getting things off your chest, having an environment where you can talk about those things and be honest, that's mental wellness. And like she said, it's preventative. So talk to somebody. Mental health. Sometimes if you don't have the mental wellness checkup, you end up with a mental health issue, and there's nothing wrong. We actually 1 out of 5. Don't look at anybody in the room. 1 out of 5 people have a mental health issue. Okay, 5. And so sometimes that means you need to go in and talk with somebody professional, like a licensed professional counselor, psychologist, social worker, but speaking with a professional to help you deal with that issue. And that's okay. You know, sometimes there's divorce, death, layoffs, setbacks, shutdowns, shutouts, things that just show up in your life. Children, anybody have children? Okay, things that just show up in your life that can become overwhelming and put you into a dark place. And sometimes you need some help getting it out. And so that's what mental health issues, and it spans from anything from ADHD to xenophobia. There is a real thing called xenophobia, which is the fear of wooden objects. If you aren't getting your mental wellness checkup, you will find yourself at one point or another in your life with a mental health issue. And so don't be afraid to talk with somebody about it. Now, mental illness, in our profession, we call it SMI, which is serious mental illness. And those are the things that are like schizophrenia, bipolar. Usually they are neurological disorders where there's something wrong in the brain. And so again, people lump them in. They hear mental health. They hear you're going to get somebody. They think you're crazy, especially if you came up in a family where mental health was not talked about or promoted. It seems like there's a stigma. So again, my job is to raise awareness. And I'm doing that with a Twitter campaign called 2020 Mental Wealth. And that's being focused on mental health issues with a wealth of knowledge. So if you are on Twitter, on social media, use the hashtag, talk about it, because I'm trying to erase stigma and raise awareness with African American families of, going to seek some help. Get your mental wellness checkup. So you don't have to get a mental, don't fall into a mental health issue, but if you do, don't be afraid to talk to somebody about it. And we are no longer hiding behind the door when someone in our family has a mental illness.